trilogy, and even with the fact of the venom, you don't see it getting administered with tubes. It's like it looks like he's wearing like a breathable gas where they can even reintroduce the scarecrow again.
True,
just his knowledge of how to use it.
Why not? He had a cameo in the last one, so you might as well throw him in here somewhere.
Where they're still working to defeat Batman and
take over Gotham.
Pretty much take over Gotham.
So do you think that we will see Liam Neeson again as Ra's al Ghul?
That would be fucking cool, but if they work it in, I'm really curious how Nolan's going to do that.
I think we're going to see
Talia. I'd be
Talia.
shocked if he's not in it somewhere.
We're going to see Talia is what we're going to see, his daughter.
And that's played by...
Well, is it certain that that's who Marion
No, I think she has
playing?
a different name.
Is it? Okay, because I got the feeling that she is, but that's just a cover-up, basically.
Yeah,
it's like,
remember,
we don't know she's
movie,
Talia until later.
Liam Neeson was Henri Ducard.
Yeah.
Not, Ra's al Ghul to the end.
Yeah,
and so we see Maria, what's her name?
Cotillard.
And so, a lot of people speculating that she'll be Ra's al Ghul daughter, Talia al Ghul. And that would be great if they could bring the movie back full circle.
Oh, hell yeah.
And but it's just that I admire Christopher Nolan for being able, at least in this trailer, to capture that tone of not making this, again, a silly Batman, because Bane, I like what he's doing with that character, but I'm really impressed from just a glimpse of what I've seen of Catwoman.
Oh yeah,
because it seems like we were talking about this on a podcast, co-host, where we were saying that she's not coming in and talking about perfect and making all these puns and everything.
No, they got her as like a Robin Hood type role. It sounds.
But that's what I like about the trailer. Like, she seems to have a vendetta against not just Batman, but rich all guys. The upper class people in Gotham.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne. And you think you're so rich? You think you're better than everybody? No, I don't. I help the city. It's like, fuck you.
Bruce Wayne, you are the 1%. He's like, well, actually, I'm the 0.00001%.
That is true. Yeah, but she does have an attitude. Yeah. She's like,
and they sold it. Well, they sold it with that line that they gave her in the trailer, because, I mean, as much as we're going on about Bane, I'm really curious how they're going to fit her story in there too. I mean, I was amazed as far as how much they crammed into The Dark Knight, and I'm sorry, I apologize for using that word crammed in, because it felt just right the way they introduced Two-Face, where I'm like, I figured, Harvey Dent, he'll be there. He'll just like, they introduced him in the Tim Burton one. We'll see him as Harvey Dent, and that's it. And then maybe they'll hint at, him showing up in the sequel. But no, they ran with that storyline too, and they did a great job with it. I was like, wow.
But you're right. That is a great line where she says, I'm not going to even try and get the
Come on,
quote
do it.
right.
Roll your R's.
I dare you.
I know. Yes, Bruce Wayne. I will perfectly rob your ass tonight.
You think you have it so perfect.
No, she's telling him that at some point you and every other rich person in Gotham is going to have to pay for not giving it up to the people who have not. And
it's like, hey, I built the subway. My family built this town. What are you talking about?
And I like
drinking my champagne, bitch.
And I like that, the way Batman just backs up from me. He's like, shit, I'm just trying to get laid. Well, I ain't take you to bed tonight. I'm gonna wake up and find all my shit gone.
See, Bruce Wayne was like, if I had a fucking dime for every time I heard that line, whenever I invite these goddamn supervillains to my parties,
But I know.
But it is like, man, I either got to stop throwing parties or get a better screening process.
I know. I need to fire Bane, my bouncer.
Yeah, they come in, my friend, they leave a supervillain. What the fuck is going on?
Obviously, Alfred's fault, since he keeps getting more cockney with each movie. Apparently,
I know
his brain is melting.
I hope to God he's like banging the help or something. Because he's always like away. When shit goes down, he's always like running in. Like, what the hell's going on here?
I mean, by the end of this movie, Alfred's going to be sweeping the chimney.
I know.
Yeah.
Hello, Bruce, I just got to clean the old chimney.
It's a lovely holiday with bros.
Tap dancing with penguins.
Fingerless gloves. Man, we are rich. Why you wearing fingerless gloves and wearing this red-ass top hat? Oh, don't worry about it, governor.
The old roots, governor.
Oh, my God.
But, the thing that we haven't seen the trailer are some of the things that we've seen pictures of, which makes me hold reservations about whatever's going on in this movie. One is, I'm not going to lie, is Bane's pimp coat. That's something that I haven't. I did not.
I like the coat.
I think the coat looks cool.
You just watch. Leon's going to be Black Bane for Halloween. He'll do it just as an excuse so he can write off the coat.
I want to borrow that coat.
That sound like one of those, like those 70s blaxploitation knockoffs.
Yeah,
Black Bane. He's got a coat.
I'm surprised DC hasn't done it yet. They're like, well, shit, Bane's actually kind of a good guy now. We need a new Bane.
They'll do it.
Carnage thing with him. Oh, fuck, now we got Black Bane. Your ass in trouble.
But we haven't seen things like, I'm talking about Selena Kyle in here, who's Catwoman, and how cool she is in this trailer, but I don't know, man. Maybe could things possibly get silly with some of the gadgetry they bring in? Like, we see Bane. There's speculation about, does Bane break into Bruce Wayne's the armory and steal the Batmobile, and then we see Bruce Wayne behind him in the Batcopter, whatever it is, a flying bat thing. He's going after him, and we've seen those in the first movie, so we know those could work. But seeing Selena Kyle on that Bat cycle with the sonic cat ears and stuff, I mean, and the slick black latex outfit, could that get silly?
Wait,
I don't know.
A slick latex black outfit, like the one Batman wears. I mean, I don't understand how that could be something silly.
But Batman ain't as sexy as Catwoman is, in it, so you know.
So I'm still not who you ask.
That's true.
Yeah.
Still not sure what you're saying. What's the problem here?
All right.
It all has to do with the context of how they do it.
I tell you the reason why, to answer your question, and I mean,
wait, are you going to ask your question?
I'm putting emphasis to answer my own question. You know, y'all ain't helping. I'm just gonna say what I feel. No, I am making probably too big a bigger deal out of ears, and I'm not making that big a deal. I'm just wondering, because Batman's suit looks more, and that's what I love about this series, is that they made it look more like an armor, something that besides, if you take off the cape, it looks like something that some super soldier could use somewhere.
It's practical.
Sure. Yeah, it does look practical. It looks like it looks like it's armed to go out and fight something. Now, looking at Selena Kyle's outfit, it doesn't have that. It looks like just a sexy outfit, and she does have the ears. Batman has ears too, but he's wearing it with a practical outfit.
But Selena the ears aren't practical within the outfit, I'm just saying. To look at him, you go, if you don't know, if Batman's not already iconic to you, and you look at him in the outfit, you go, why do you have ears?
Yeah, what's with the ears?
Yeah, it is silly because of
super
without
hearing.
The context.
Didn't you watch the movies?
I know, but still, dummy. You don't actually need the raised, pointed bat ears.
Yeah,
maybe Selena's got her own shit going on.
You try using a radio with an antenna and not raising that antenna. See what you pick up.
I bet you that suit, there'll be something like, oh, it's this material that's designed to slide off of like scanners and stuff. It like reflects it like stealth material or something.
I agree. Like I agree with that. The ears could probably be something that helps her in her thievery. And
maybe it's just her iPod.
She's listening to tunes.
I think it's just an excuse to get her in that suit.
Yeah, well, I don't care what their reasoning is. I'm good with it.
You guys can fight amongst yourselves all day long about that.
But there's so much good stuff in this trailer that I mean, I'm glad that they don't show a whole lot of Batman, because it just goes to show me that, at least, again, from the trailer there, it looks like Christopher Nolan's trying to have some integrity about the story. That whole scene where it looks like he's in a prison, I'm wondering what that angle is, and it gets you kind of pumped when you see it. He's like, what the hell are these people chatting? I don't understand this language. He's like, they're saying rise. Batman?
Yeah.
It only makes me nervous because in as much as throughout the Batman movies, Burton's and Nolan's, except for Batman Begins, Batman seems to take a back seat so often. Like, the movies end up being so much more about the villains than him.
Did you feel that way about the last movie?
Well, I thought it was about equal, but the Joker really did outshine Batman.
Well, it's a Joker. Come on,
he eclipsed him. I mean,
it's almost always the case, though.
Yeah, I mean, you get a lot of Batman.
Which
in the
you can say that.
Going to Tokyo.
I honestly think it was equal when you think about the fact that Bruce Wayne was still very much a character. Bruce Wayne definitely had his moments to shine in there.
Sure, but
because when I see Bruce Wayne now, I think, well, that is Batman if he's in a suit or not. He's Batman. I mean, I think that's his entire persona. So even when he's not wearing the suit, I still think, okay, that's Batman doing his thing, and he's being practical about it.
I think he's the guy who's about to yell at the lighting coordinator on the set.
How dare you? He should have yelled at him even more. Then maybe that Terminator would have been a really good film. Yeah.
I tell you though, this is one thing I like about this trailer is it doesn't really tell you much. It's just a sense impression of things. But you know what? Nolan is at this point he could do whatever he wanted in the studio and be like, whatever, we'll suck your cock, man. It's fine.
They said that with Joe Schumacher too.
Yeah, well, like he's had a pretty successful career all the way down the line, pretty much. And what I'm saying is, I wish that he would do something like you go see the movie and it starts with the trailer, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then you realize the entire trailer was just like a dream Bruce Wayne. And none of that shit actually happened.
He wakes up and the top is still spinning.
Though, I have to admit though that as much as I love this new trailer, I catch myself going back to that teaser, and that teaser, honestly, as far as like the dialogue and the situation at hand that you see in that teaser, where Commissioner Gordon's in a hospital bed, like practically, pleading to, and it sounds like he's talking to Bruce. He's like he's pleading that Batman needs to come back. I'm really curious, like, what exactly is going on with that relationship and that angle, as far as like, wow, how did it come to things being so bad, or what point does that come in the movie where we all know that Batman breaks down Batman, and is there like a huge gap or something where Batman is just no longer around and the thugs are just completely taking over Gotham?
Cole's at that trailer there. When you mention that teaser, and then you mention things like Commissioner Gordon, and that's the areas where we might not see a lot of Batman, but that doesn't mean that you don't feel for Batman, because we know enough about Batman as Bruce Wayne, and as those relationships that he bonds with Commissioner Gordon and with Harvey Dent.
Oh yeah,
we are able to project that upon the Batman character to where we know we're in on the secret. We know who Batman is. We know he needs to be mysterious. We know him as a character as Bruce Wayne. So I don't think he's been really out.